Hello, dear little cute learners. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So, students, I'm your mathematics educator again here with a new chapter with a new concept. And today we have chapter number 8, which is about multiples and factors. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about the multiples and factors. So, multiple is related with the multiplication as you hear this word, and factors is related with some kind of division as well. How? Let's see. But before that, we have to brush up our previous knowledge. So, first, you have to tell me what you mean by natural numbers. Natural numbers are those numbers where we start our counting from 1 and it will still end at the infinite. So, the smallest counting number is 1, but there is no greatest number because the numbers go on increasing endlessly. The counting numbers are called natural numbers. Whole numbers, when we start our counting from 0 till infinity, the smallest whole number is 0. Thus the natural number is also a whole number. All natural numbers together with 0 are called the whole numbers. Next, we have even and odd numbers. So, in a chart of counting from 1 to 100 starts with 2 and observe the alternate number. It is seen that the two digits 2, 4, 6, 8, 0 occur again and again in the ones place of these numbers. The numbers have one of the digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in their first one places. Numbers which have one of the digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in their one places are called even numbers, and those numbers which have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in their one places are called odd numbers. So we have even and odd number. You can simply say those number which is exactly divisible by 2 and they have the these numbers in their ones places, these are your even numbers, and those numbers which are not exactly divisible by 2 and having ones digit 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 at the end of at the ones place, those are called your odd number. Now we are discussing about the multiples. So 4 has 1 4, 8 has 2 fours, 12 has 3 fours. So you can simply say when we multiply a number with a number, that is your multiple. So from the above, we observe that 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20 are all multiples of 4. So if you want to find the multiple of 4, so what you have to do, you just have to multiply 4 with different numbers. The numbers you get as the product, those are your multiples of the 4. Hence 4 multiplied by any number is equal to a multiple of 4, right? So I hope this is clear to you. After this, if we find out the multiple of 2, so simply we just have to multiply any number with 2. Then result, the product of it after the multiplication, that is your multiple of 2. Now, we are discussing about the properties of multiples. Every number is a multiple of itself. All numbers are multiples of 1. It means that all numbers are multiples of 1 and every number a multiple of itself also. So 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. 1 multiplied by 9 is 9. Every multiple of a number is either greater than or equal to the number. Multiples of 5 are 5 multiplied by 1, 5 multiplied by 2, and you can multiply 5 with any number, and those are your multiple of 5. Now we move forward to our exercise, which is 8a. So in question number 1, write the next two multiple of each. So 15, 30, 45. After 45 we have 60. After 60 we have 75. 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. So you have to read the table of that particular number or see the pattern, and after that you can complete your question number 1 simply as I do. In question number 2, write two multiples of 8 just after 56. So 8 sevens are 56. So if you want to find just after 56, so 8 eights are 64 and 8 nines are 72. Next we have of 11 just after 22. So 11 twos are 22. So 11 multiplied by 3 is 33 and 11 multiplied by 4 is 44. So in same way you can find rest of the answers of your questions. Now in question number 3, write the first 5 multiple of each. So in this case you have to multiply 9 with 1, with 2, with 3, with 4 and with 5. 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18, 9 threes are 27, 9 fours are 36 and 9 fives are 45. So in same way, you can find 5 multiples of B, C, D and E part. Now you have to tell me right, true or false. The multiple of a number may be smaller than the number. So it could be smaller or greater. We already learned this in our property of multiples. Now you have to read the rest of the sentences, you have the rest of the information, and then you have to classify it among true or false your own. Now we are going to learn about the factors. So in this, what we are going to learn that each multiplication fact has two division facts. Okay. For example, 5 multiplied by 3 is 15, which means 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5, and 15 divided by 5 it's equal to 3. We observe that 3 divides 15 exactly, or 15 is divisible by 3. Also 5 divides 15 exactly, or 15 is divisible by 5 as well. Factor is a number which divides a given number without leaving a remainder. So what is your factor? When we divide a number with a number and at that time it's not leaving a remainder. So this is called your factors. 6 multiplied by 4 is 24. So if you take 6 and 4 are factors of 24. So 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 24, which means 2, 3 and 4 are factors of 24. So here we have multiplication facts and factors of the different numbers. So you can check it out. Now from the above table, it is clear that 1 is a factor of every number. Every number is a factor of itself. A number its own greatest factor. If for example 5. So 5 is the greatest factor of 5. A factor of a number is either less than or equal to the number. Now we are going to learn how we can find factors. To find whether a number is a factor of a given number or not. Is 25 a factor of 650? So in this, what we can do, we divide 650 by 25. It's exactly divisible by 650, which means there is no left remainder rather than 0. Then we can consider that yes, 25 is a factor of 650. So in this case, we can simply divide it, and at end of the moment we have a 0 remainder. Next, divide 1754 by 34. So in this case, we left with the remainder 20. It means it is not a factor of 34. It's not a factor of 1754. So in this, you can simply check out how can you find your factors. Now we move forward to our next exercise, which is 8b. So 1 is the least factor of every number. You can say that. So this is true. Further, you can classify your answers among true or false by reading this. Now move forward to next question. Now write all the factors of the following numbers. So first we have 7. So we have to check only 1 and 7 will be the factors of 7, because these are the two numbers by which 7 is exactly divisible. Now we have 4. So for 4 we have 2 and 4 only. So in such a way you can find the factors of the following numbers you have. Now circle the factors of 36 from the following numbers. So 3 will be a factor, and 2 also, 3v also, 4 also, 6 also, 8 also, 9 also, 12 it also a factor. So in same way you can do this and find out other factors of the 36. Now find the greatest and the smallest factors of each of the following. So the smallest factor of 14 is 1, and 14 will be the greatest factor. So the number itself is the greatest factor and number 1 is the smallest factor of a particular number. Is the first number of a factor of the second number. So is this, can 45 will be divided by 4? Not possible. So in such a way you can find the rest of the questions you have similarly. Now we move forward to the prime numbers and composite numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which have a number has only two factors, one and itself. It's called a prime number. You can also say that those numbers which are only appear in its own table, those are your prime numbers. So hence we have 2, 3, 5 and 7 and 11 are prime numbers. Prime numbers are divisible by only 1 and themselves, such as 2 divided by 1, 2 divided by 2, 3 divided by 1, 3 divided by 3. So these are the examples of your prime numbers. Now except 2, all other prime numbers are odd numbers. Only 2 is the even number, which is a prime number. A number which has more than 2 factors is called your composite numbers. For example, 4, it is a composite number. How? Because 4 can be divided by 1, 4 can be divided by 2, and 4 can also be divided by 4. So it have more than 2 factor, that is why it is a composite factor. Now we move forward to our next exercise, which is 8c. All prime numbers are odd numbers. No, because 2 is an even number. So in same way, you have to read this, and after this you have to classify this among true or false. Okay students, now move forward to next question. Circle the prime numbers. So 4 is a prime number. No. 13 is a prime number. Yes. 21. No. 33, no. 9, no. 1, you can say that, but okay. 31, yes. So these are your prime numbers. Now write all prime numbers between 10 and 12. So for this, you can simply write 10, it's not a prime number. 11, it is a prime number. 12, it's not. 13, yes. 14, no. 15, no. 16, no. 17, yes. And 19, yes. So these are the 4 numbers we have, prime numbers between 10 and 20. So simply in such a way you can solve and find out rest of the prime numbers between 30 and 40, 40 and 50, and 70 and 80. Now we have twin prime numbers. Consider the pair of prime numbers 3 and 5. The difference between these two numbers is 2. The difference between these two prime numbers is 2. They are called twin prime numbers. For example, 3 and 5 both are prime numbers, and the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. 5 and 7 both are prime numbers, and the difference between them is 2. So this is called your twin prime numbers. Now we are going to learn about the factorization. Find all the factors of 24. So how we have to find out the factors of 24? So 1 divided by 24, 2 multiplied by 12, 3 multiplied by 8, 4 multiplied by 6. So hence factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. Out of these factors, only 2 and 3 are the prime factors. Find the prime numbers from the factorization. So for 9, we have 9 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 9, 3 multiplied by 3. Okay. For 17, 1 multiplied by 17. Okay. So in same way you can find. Now we are move forward to get to learn about the prime factorization. In this we are find out the factors with the help of only prime factors. So 32, it's mean 1 multiplied by 32. Further 2 multiplied by 16. Further 4 multiplied by 8. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 8, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, 4, and 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So these are your all prime factors. Okay. You can, for factor tree, how can we make a factor tree for 72? 2 multiplied by 36. 2 is a prime number. Then 36 will be converted 2 multiplied by 18. Then 18 will be converted 2 multiplied by 9. Then 9 will be converted 3 multiplied by 3. So these all your are prime numbers. You have to consider this. So this is your prime factors. Now we move forward to our exercise 8D, where we have to separate the prime numbers and composite numbers from the following. So composite numbers are those numbers which have more than 2 factors, and prime factors are those numbers which have only 2 factors. So in 6, it is a composite numbers. Okay. Now 19 is a prime number. So in such a way you can easily find out the prime numbers and composite number giving among the following numbers. Now which of the following numbers are prime? So 15 is a prime? No. 40 is a prime? No. 21 is a prime? No. 31 is a prime. 97 is a prime. Now write all composite numbers between 90 and 100. So that is very simple for you. You can easily write 90 is a composite number. 92 is also a composite number. 94, 96, 95 as well as a composite number. 98. So these are the numbers which are composite numbers. Write all prime numbers between 60 and 80. So you can simply write the first 5 prime numbers. That is also easy for you. Write the first 5 composite numbers. So all these very easy questions. So you have to do it yourself. Now find the least prime numbers which is greater than 1. So greater than 1 we have 2, greater than 17 we have 19. So in such a way you can write the answers. Find the greatest prime number which is less than. So in this case we have to do the vice versa. Now you have the further sentences we have, which we have to read first and then classify it among true for the correct statements. You just have to write the true. If you find out this statement, it's correct. The prime factorization of 14 is 2 multiplied by 7, which is correct. So you can write here true. Similarly, you have to solve the rest of the questions you have. Now draw a factor tree and write the prime factorization of. So for this, how can you make a factor tree for 36? So further, I can divide 36 to multiply by 8. Then 18 will be converted uh, 2 multiply by 9. Then 9 will be converted 3 multiply by 3. So these all your prime factors. 2 multiply by 2, 3 multiply by 3. So in same way you have to solve rest of the questions you have. Now we move forward and now we have the test of divisibility. So in this what we are going to learn that we have numbers. How can we check it without division? Those numbers are divisible by the given numbers or not. So first we are going to learn about the test of divisibility by 2. So if the last digit number having these numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 are multiples of 2. So all these numbers are divisible by 2. All these numbers have either 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if at the ones place we have these numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it means it is divisible by 2. So numbers which have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in the ones place are divisible by 2. Now this is the test of divisibility by 2. Which of the numbers are divisible by 2? So 312, yes. 436, yes. 2578, yes. 3019, no. 0 have one of the numbers, so yes. 85, no. So by this you can easily identify which numbers are divisible by 2 or which are not. Next we have test for divisibility by 5. If the last digit having 0 and 5, then you can simply say that okay, these numbers are divisible by 5. Number which have 0 or 5 in the ones place are divisible by 5. So determine which of the number are divisible. So this is divisible, this is also divisible, this is not divisible, this is not, this is okay. So in same way you can solve it. Now divisibility, now test for divisibility by 10. So in this case you just have to check if the last digit is 0 in the place value, then it is divisible by 10, otherwise no. So in this case this is divisible by, this is not, this is, and this is not. So next we have test for divisibility by 3. So when the sum of the digits of a given number is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. So for example, we have 154. So 1 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 10, which means 10 is not divisible by 3. So 154 is also not divisible by 3. Next number we have 4353. So while we adding this, what we find 15 and 15 is divisible by 3. It means 4353 is divisible by 3. Now we have test for divisibility by 9. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. These are the multiple of 9. That is, they are divisible by 9. The sum of the digits of each of this number is a multiple of 9. So the same as we do for 3, we have to repeat for the 9 as well. When we add the numbers we have, and if the number is divisible by the 9, their sum, then the number is also divisible by 9. Then the number is also divisible by 9. Now we move forward to our next exercise, which is 8E. All even numbers are divisible by 2. So is it true or false? You have to tell me. Yes, all even numbers are divisible by 12. So now number divisible by 5 and 2 is divisible by 10. You can say that or not. So you have to check it by looking at your above section, and then you have to take the correct statement. Similarly, you have to do rest of the statements you have. Okay. Now we move forward to the second question. Which of the following numbers are divisible by 2? So 75, no. 1970, yes. 1 is an odd number, so no. And 30,000, yes. Which of the following numbers are divisible by 3? So 1 plus 7 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14, and 14 is not divisible by 3, so it means 176 is not divisible by 3. Similar you have to do for rest of the questions you have. Now, which of the following numbers are divisible by 10? So it having a last ones place 0, so yes, it is divisible. This is not, this is not. Okay, now find the smallest number which should be added to 437 so that the number may become divisible by 5. So how much we have to add in this? So if we add 3 into 437, then our new number will become 440. And 440 is divisible by 5 because according to divisibility test of 5, we want a last digit should be 0 or 5. By doing this, we have a last digit 0. So we have to add 3 into this. Same, we have to add 3, then 440 is further divisible by 10 as well. Now write the smallest digit in ones place so that the number become divisible by 3. So 137 is 1 plus 3 plus 7 is equal to 11. So if I add 1 into this, then I have 12 which is divisible by 3. So what I have to write here? 1. Similarly, you have to do the rest of the questions you have. Write the smallest digit in ones place so that the number become divisibility by 5 and 10. 5, 0 we can write here. To divisibility test by 5 and 10, we can write here 5, we can write here 0. So in same way you can do this. Now our 3256 and 1568 both are divisible by 6. Yes, because the last digit 6 and 8 is 79,560 divisible by both 5 and 10. So you have to check it. Otherwise, according to divisibility test, yes, it can be. So you have to tell me for the question number 10, is it divisible by 3 or not? After this, you have your worksheet where you have to do the questions which you do in your exercise. Okay, after this, you have your mathematics lab activity which you have to perform in your maths lab. After this, we stop here, and now I'll going to meet you in your next class with a new chapter with a new concept. Till that, bye bye students. Have a good day.